India can never agree or accept the actions of Hamas in the issue of Israel-Hamas, while saying that India is with the people of Palestine. It has clearly stated its position on many platforms that India is good for Hamas and India is against any kind of terrorism. UAE is one of India's closest friends in this 21st century. Our economic corridor is formed by India, UAE, Saudi, Israel, America, Europe from a friendly circle, and many are already cooperating with UAE. UAE is also India's largest trading partner. Prime Minister Narendra Modi later tweeted that the conversation between the two leaders was held in the context of the Israel-Gaza war and discussed issues such as the growing terrorism and security crisis in the region. He begins by saying that he was able to have a good conversation with Mohammed bin, who is also my brother. The world saw with a shock the brutal attack by the Abu Hamas, which entered the border and killed 1,400 people, including the civilians in it, and captured about 250 people, but then began to retaliate and many civilians were killed. Retaliation started and backlash started and mostly children and women were killed along with Faisal. This is causing serious concern in the countries of the world. When civilians are killed, religion, caste and others are of no relevance. The country had come out to eliminate Hamas thinking that such attacks should not happen again, but the Palestinians who are still civilians are being killed in the meantime. In the meantime, brutal events are taking place. In the background of this, a discussion has been held between the UAE and India, one of the most powerful countries in the Middle East, and the discussion was held by King Hidayat Mohammed bin Zayed, who is the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and it was a very friendly discussion. Tunnel, who is our British Prime Minister, has had a conversation with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The main reason for all the leaders to negotiate now is to bring an end to the war as soon as possible. What India is doing to India is that Israel and the US are India's closest friends in this era. Similarly, the UAE and Saudi Arabia are India's common front. Economically, it is very strong, but there are very growing countries on this earth. Free countries are not going to be weak thinking in some small countries. They are countries that want your presence in every field. They are countries that take the initiative in technology and improvement. Countries that want to grow are the countries that want to grow. That's why we can see a strong unity among us in this century. This is a very obvious unity. The European Union includes France, Germany, Britain, Spain, and Italy. The countries of Europe, as well as the United States, Brazil, and India, as well as the UAE, Saudi, Israel, and Japan. How is the world developing? Is it possible to see a unity in the world between countries that are tyrannical and technologically advantaged? This is also a step towards the future because the earth needs to have unity when man dreams of traveling abroad. Unity is the beginning of what we are seeing in this century. So you take special care so that the relations between these countries are never affected by wars. Even if war comes, India too. The countries including the UAE have taken a neutral stance and moved away from India. Today, there is a group of countries that are strong from India's circle of friends. Our UAE is a very important country. Israel says that there is a possibility of India's intervention to end the Hamas problem. The countries of the world want to end the war as soon as possible. Many countries want to see an end to the war before it burns. The latest news is disturbing to us that Mohammed bin Zayed is having a very warm discussion with our Prime Minister Narendra Modi.